do some stories. Thank you. This is a wrapped sterling silver ring, and it is $94.32, but it isn't just any old turquoise. This is Sleeping Beauty turquoise, a collectible piece of turquoise. It is gorgeous and glorious. I'm going to move this back to me for 1 second. J346220. It's 4 easy payments of $23 and 58 cents. I'm going to take this back here. I'm taking it back with me. There we go. I know I'm going to go right over your notes, Mr. Payton.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. Just want to get up in here so we can take a look at this. First of all, I know we have to talk about the stone, so let's talk about the stone, and then let's get to our.
Well, Sleeping Beauty. Look at the color of it. You know, again, we only start with the rough stones because there's a lot of turquoise out there that people are calling Sleeping Beauty, but it's Sleeping Beauty color turquoise. It's not genuine Sleeping Beauty, which means it has to be mined in the Sleeping Beauty mine. And yes, it has been closed, and we'll talk about this. It's been closed since the summer of 2012. So, okay, so why do you still have it? We have basically 2 people that have been collecting rough for over 30 years, rough turquoise. And until we see the rough turquoise, and then they polish that specific turquoise for us, there's no other way to tell that it's actually Sleeping Beauty. So we start with the rough, and here you can see this is the rough. This is the natural rough.
Oh, here, let
and
me
if we
get
don't
that.
start with that, we don't call it Sleeping Beauty. And you can tell. Look at the Sleeping Beauty color. You know,
like
and see
right
how
here.
Sleeping Beauty comes in a lighter tone and a deeper tone. You can see this is the deeper tone. Very, very deep, very, very pure. Look at the color of it. Absolutely incredible.
Now, this piece of rough, right, is a pretty penny, is it not?
It's a pretty penny, and you could actually get quite a large turquoise out of this, but they can't have it. So.
It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. So the next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about this amazing setting. What did they do here?
We have never, ever, ever had a setting like this before.
Oh, it's just fantastic.
It's done in one factory. It's done all by hand. And when you see it, it's 16 different wires that have been wrapped around, hand wrapped. You can see there's several of them that have been wrapped together. And then they've wrapped all the way around. So this is not a casting that you have wire wrapping around. This is a solid sterling silver wire wrapped ring.
Wow.
I never thought I'd be able to say those words.
Wow.
Solid sterling silver wire wrapped ring.
Wow.
And when you see that, we've never seen this. You know, there's one fine factory in Italy that does extremely fine 18 karat gold wrapping. Very, very expensive, very, very fine because it's a dying art. We found one factory that makes this, and when you look at it and you look at the detail on it, you see every single detail. This is not a ring that can be sized, by the way.
Yeah.
So you've got to go with your true size. But look at that, just on the top. You see the twisted wire?
Yeah.
That's 2 wires that are twisted together. And then twisted around and around and around.
Yeah.
And then look at the other ones, the high polished wires. They're twisted with it too. This is the only time we've ever been able to, and I've never, ever seen a ring like this anywhere.
Wow. I was
The mounting itself
shocked
is a masterpiece.
It really
But then, of
is.
course, you have the turquoise.
And are you paying a masterpiece price for this for
No.
$94
No,
and change?
you're not.
Come on.
No, you're not.
And if you want to use your QVC credit card or a major credit card, you can take advantage of 4 easy payments of $23.58. This piece will be, what I want you to do, anytime we call out a location of a gem, please make sure you take a picture with your piece along with your receipt so that when you pass this down, they will know because the price makes a difference. Where a stone as source makes a difference, and especially when you're talking about Sleeping Beauty. The best turquoise in the world before they found Sleeping Beauty was the Persian turquoise of old, which is modern day Iran. Those mines have been closed forever, right? And I can't imagine what the miners felt when they saw this beautiful, virtually matrix-free color that they have not seen since that time, and that its collectors worth a lot of money. And so they saw this. And so really what makes this color rare and what makes it expensive and why it makes it a collector stone is because this color and the matrix free does not exist anywhere but that Persian mine of old and Arizona mine of Sleeping Beauty. And please know this is a collector's piece that you will have for a lifetime. J346220 is your item number. We have a lot of Sleeping Beauty coming up in the show. Oh, here, Travis, I'm sorry. There you go. We're gonna take a look next at some, just a really cool front-facing hoop earring that actually wraps all the way from the front to the back. So it's not a traditional type of hoop, but boy, you get so much color out of those Sleeping Beauties.
Well, there's so many. You know, when we start with Sleeping Beauty, they cut the rough, they give us a list, okay, this is what I've got, so let's design around it.
Right.
So when we saw these, and you saw these on the runway, you saw the fabulous diamond ones from a very famous jeweler in New York, the front to back earrings. So we thought, you know what, let's do a front to back earring, but let's do it in Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Because where are you gonna find a front to back earring in Sleeping Beauty? Nowhere.
Right. Exactly.
Nowhere. This is,
and a lot of stones here. So you're talking $195 is the QVC price, or a 5 easy pay breakdown of $39. These will be, I think I have my, there it is. I'm just going to give you a quick measure, and then I will show you how they work. But just about 3/4 of an inch, and look at how the graduation of cabochons. And the other thing to note here, this is important for those of you who don't really know much about gemstones, but as you look out and about, please make sure you are shopping with somebody who has a relationship with the Gemological Institute of America, like we do. Both Peyton and myself got our graduate gemology from the GIA, and they're the world's foremost authority on gemstones. So make sure you have that, because when we say that this is what it is, has been tested, we know that this is Sleeping Beauty. But color matching is also ridiculously hard.
Well, you can tell this is from the same rough, because you can see how well meshed it is. By the way, there is a right and a left earring here, so you want to be careful. Well, you don't have to be careful, because you'll see the way they are, but very easy to put on and very secure.
And there's a fun little clasp here. So this is the back.